have some pics of lily of the valley, and they actually look quite nice, but because they are woodland plants, I need to soak them in water so they are nice and plump, and then tomorrow I can plant them in the ground. But then they need a very moist and a rich and a shady spot, so that would be a little bit difficult to find in a garden like this. So I might just have a pot of compost and just put them in and then put them in the shade, so we have the beautiful flowers. So what I'll do is that I'll just, so they come in little packs, and I'll just put them in water. So, and then tomorrow is the day when they go in the pot. They look quite nice and healthy. There's already nice growth. So that is, this one's no good. And then this, and that, and that. Okay, so that's the lily of the valley taken care of. The other thing that I have here, I have 3 peonies. This is the herbaceous peonies, so the ones that die down to the ground. So what I'll do is that I have found a spot in the garden that's nice and sunny, and then put a lot of compost, because peonies need very rich soil, and mix it with some horse manure, and dig the hole, and then just put them in the ground. And normally I would, because so this one has, this tuber has a couple of eyes. It's got 5 eyes. Yeah. So I can put that in about 2 centimeters below the soil, and then they will sprout. So then we'll go outside and put them in. This is normally what I do when I go through the garden every day, is that I, before I decide what chores to do, I mean, obviously I should actually have a plan, which most gardeners do, but I do have one. I don't keep to it, because I really see when I'm in the garden what needs to be done. And this can obviously only work if you have a relatively small garden like I do. My way of going through the garden and just seeing what needs to be done works most of the time, because I don't need an agenda. Now, of course, for my flower sowing, I do need to have a plan, because there is a certain way that this needs to work, and it goes like this. So normally you start calculating backwards from the last ray of frost, which in the Mediterranean is I think in our zone the last day of frost is about the 8th of February, or even earlier than that. So it's ridiculously early in the year, which means that we can garden throughout the year. We're really lucky people to stay in this. This is zone 9B according to the gardening meteorological calendar, or whatever it is that one has, where you determine the zone in which you garden, which has certain specifics, and this area of the Mediterranean is zone 9B. So it's very warm. Summers are really dry and hot, and winters are wet, cool, but never gets really cold. And so we are lucky. It remains to be seen how things are going to turn out, because after all, at the end of the day, it's always a journey, and it's always an ongoing process. It's not my goal to reach a certain destination, mainly because there isn't any destination. There is the ongoing process of discovering, rediscovering, changing, transforming, moving through from one stage to the other. Yeah, so I'm gonna turn the camera around and just show you what's happening on the other side. So now this is the southern part that borders on our neighbor's garden as well. So as you can see, we have really beautiful growth already on the mint, which is spreading like crazy, and I love it, mainly because I can give that to my friends who don't have mint, and I always lift and I pot them up and grow them a little bit so they have a nice root ball, and then I can give it to my friends, and I can make mojitos. I can make nice cocktails, and these kinds of effects, this is something I really like. So this is self-grown, self-seeded, just in the nooks and crannies. That's what I'm looking for, which is why making a new garden is just so exciting, because the garden is going to take over at some point, and if you let nature do what it wants to do, you don't even need to adjust anything, because it's going to be the most beautiful combinations. Moving on, we've got let's see, what is that? Oh, that's just some piece of paper which needs to be thrown. Got beautiful poppies everywhere. Obviously I'm going to leave them there. People normally find them very invasive. I do too, but I love it. I said bring them on. If you want to invade, please invade. This one is a sage that I grew, and now I see loads and loads of little babies everywhere. So not this, of course. This I can remove, and then what you have are lots of different sage. So this would be the next thing that I'm going to transplant, because they are a bit crowded here, and then I can spread them throughout the garden wherever I want this effect. This is a very beautiful sage. It's extremely fragrant. So I have a sage and poppies. Let me show you how the rose, one of the roses, has started to grow. As you can see, we have very beautiful growth. So I pruned this one about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and we already have exceedingly beautiful growth and a bud. Oh my god, that is amazing. I did not see that. Oh, that makes me very happy. That makes me very happy. But this looks like a really healthy rose bush. I don't think I need to do anything to this other than maybe just add lots of manure at the bottom, which is something that I tend to do every spring anyway to all my plants, just to give them good food, so they're happy and healthy, which is important. This camellia is fragrant. It's exceedingly beautiful, and we've got lots of buds on this one. This is a baby plant. It's just 1 year old, but this is going to grow. Just gonna leave that. Sadly, it's hanging to the ground. Oh, you poor thing. Look at the number of buds that this one has. Oh la la.